cello has the same range as the human voice, and so it's a very relatable sound. I have an older sister who's 2 years older than me, and she started playing the violin because my mom played the violin when she was younger, and my mom just kind of decided she didn't want us to play the same instrument. So I started when I was like 5 years old. It can feel like you don't have a lot of individuality sometimes in the world of music, but it's important to find your angle and find what makes you unique as a musician. In high school, I volunteered at my local children's hospital. I would go like once a week and play my cello in the lobby. One day I was playing a song from Little Mermaid. This girl came downstairs dressed in a Ariel costume with her nurses. She was smiling and dancing around, and it was so much fun. And the nurses came up to me after and they said, "This little girl has cancer. She's had a really hard time recently, and this is the first time she's smiled in a while, and just thank you for sharing your gift." And that was really special for me. Start the morning out with warming up, and then I practice spots from each of my pieces that need work. And so I practice slowly and with the metronome and with funny rhythms and memory spots and everything for a couple of hours, and then in the afternoon I like to run my whole recital to just build the endurance up. It's really hard, but it's definitely very worth it. I guess stick with it.
We're all singing in our day-to-day lives, when we're in the shower, when we're in the car. How fun is it that I get to do that professionally, you know? My mom is a voice teacher, but she wouldn't let me start voice lessons until I was 12 years old. She wanted me to be mature enough to take it. My beginnings as an artist actually started when I was really, really little. When I would hear bedtime stories from my dad, who is an incredible storyteller, we would just hear the most magical, wild stories. I think that those bedtime stories were the beginning of me becoming an artist and learning about storytelling. Music making in general is storytelling. We move into the relative minor because I'm talking about, at this point, I'm talking about seeing my lover cheating on me. Isn't that sad? So we shift to the minor key when I'm sad. And then we shift back into the major, the A major, this key. When I get back to talking about how I come from the poplar trees and I come from resilience and strength. It's kind of cool. We used to have Mikat music night at my house. So we would just have friends over and everyone would perform their instruments. Hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely when the folks sleigh ride together with you. Singing is meant to be fun and joyful. It's not supposed to be a burden. The other interesting thing about singing is that it's the same act as talking, which is what we do all day long. It's just communication. If you are wanting to be a musician, work hard, but enjoy it. Remember that this is a joyful thing that we get to do.
love the most about the piano is that it can play chords, and therefore it is the bare minimum you need to put on a show or a program. Because I can be the glue of that, a lot of people can get involved in a lot of ways, and it will still be a very satisfying musical experience. You can really capitalize on everyone's musical talents where they are, and bring everyone together to make beautiful music as a community. My serious study of the piano started my junior year of high school when I met a piano professor named Jeffrey Shumway, and he basically dared me to try and get into his program. I said, okay, watch me.
Do you have a favorite piano piece?
A favorite piano piece?
Yeah.
I do. Samuel Barber wrote about different idioms from around America. And there's a train whistle in it. My main piece of advice for young musicians is to not associate your ability to technically execute something with your intrinsic value as a person. When you mess up, or you can't do something, and how do you talk to yourself in that moment? Do you say, this is a problem that I can figure out? Or do you say, oh, you're stupid, you can't do it, you're never gonna be able to do this? You only know what you know, and don't let people make you feel bad for not knowing more than you do. All you can do is be humble and be curious and try your best to get the most out of every situation you land in.
Singing is human.
Adventurous.
Invigorating.
I am a pianist.
I am studying cello performance.
I study vocal performance at the Conservatory of Music at University of Cincinnati.